Hello, you lovely, lovely people. Today, this early morning, we drove down into Lilloy because we were told that people were cutting down more trees of my wife's land, and sure enough, they are, or they were. All of this here, people. I don't know if you can see the damage, but there were many coconut trees here. Many, many, many. I'm just looking now. I will turn the camera around and show you, okay, in a second. But I just want to show you what really happened, and then you can get some idea. They even cut some mahogany trees down as well, I can see. It's absolutely terrible. And this is, well, we don't know who it is. We don't know who it is, but we got a good idea, and we can't name names. I'm just looking around now, people, honest to God. It's just been decimated. It just looks like a bomb's gone off here. Anyway, people, I'm going to turn the camera around, okay? So bear with me. I've got to turn this off, turn the camera around and turn it back on just to show you. Here we go. All these are the remnants. These are the old coconut trees that they cut down, all right? And it's just everywhere. Hold on, I'm just trying to work this gimbal. See? All of these coconut trees have gone without permissions. This is the thing, it's without permission. Look, trees down everywhere. Remember when I showed you the video when we was down here before? All these coconut trees, these lovely coconut trees. They've just decimated the area. All gone, just cleared. Now, yeah, we've got to find out who's doing this. Just before I said to my wife, just leave it. But when you see it like this, people, you can't. Going down the bank now, but look, all the trees. Oh, they've left a couple here. I wonder why that was. I wonder why. But let's walk back up the bank and I'll show you all the damage up here. I'm saying damage, it's where they've cut the trees down. See, there's a mahogany tree gone down up here. It's absolutely terrible, people. This is what disgruntled people can do. This is what they can do if they want to. I'm not kidding, people. There's just so many down. I didn't know there was this many. Look, one off there, one down there. It's everywhere. And the thing is, they've took the wood. Well, they've left the tops, obviously, because that's no good to them at all. Everywhere. Everywhere. A mahogany tree gone there. Mahogany tree gone. No. We're going to have to get this sorted out, people. Look at this, look. All this is just all rich in coconuts. Come here, Jackie, because you don't know this area. Come here. All gone. Look at it all the damage. Just look. This is highly illegal. Especially when they haven't asked you for permission to cut them down, and they've just done it. It's just, as far as you can see, they've just gone. Anyway, I'll turn the camera back round to me, and I don't know what we want to do about it. What can we do about it? What can we do? I think she's good. I don't know what she should. It's just as far as I can see, coconut trees down. As far as I'm concerned, I think maybe we should just sell the land very cheap. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. She's down there at the moment. I can see her walk. Yeah, she's walked around down there. Mira! She's probably in tears. Probably being bits. But this is what they do, people. Like I said, I haven't got a good idea who's done it, but my wife seems to have a good idea. But can't name people because it might not be right. It might not be true. Anyway, as well, changing the subject a little bit. There's only so much you can talk about land and the trees that's been taken. A Polish guy was he drowned in the ocean in Surigao Island. Now, talking about him drowning, he might have been a great swimmer. They haven't really named, they haven't said how old he is or things like that, but it's irrelevant. Now, what people don't realise here is, yes, they look absolutely, you go to a beach here, it looks absolutely beautiful, calm, and you might see a little bit of waves breaking, tiny waves. You think, oh, it's very calm. But if you don't know the areas and you don't know where these troughs are, which causes rip currents, and I know all about these. I know all about these because of fishing. When I used to fish on shore fishing, where you get like a rip current, it's normally good for fishing because it stirs up all the sand, and it's feed, for the bigger fish. But when you get caught in a rip current, and they normally move 5 miles an hour, but they drag you, and it doesn't matter how good of a swimmer that you are, you will be dragged. And me, being stupid, and I knew about this. And normally where there is rivers, that little rivers and ravines that go inland from the ocean, well, those are normally good for fishing because you've got the brackish water, you've got the fresh water coming down from the mountains, and you've got the ocean. Normally good. Now, I used to lure fish a lot of these places, and there's one particular time I got I'm saying it was an expensive lure. It was a Yukuri lure. Now, I think it cost me around about $25 or something like that. Really good lure. Caught many fish with it, and I was attached to this lure. I got many more, but I was attached to this particular lure. Oh, there's Mira down there, and I was doing a video. I'm documenting this Mira. And it got stuck. I casted it out and I let it drop down too far, and it got caught in the bottom. There must have been some rocks on the bottom, or weed, or bits of fishing net probably. And I thought, I went all against my instincts, and I thought I can get that because I'm a good swimmer. But as I said, when you're in these rip currents, you can't get away from them. They will drag you. So being stupid, and I, even when I was going in the water, I thought, Stephen, you're stupid. Just cut your line and leave it, right? But I didn't. So I went in and I kept the line tight. So, like I put my fishing rod on the stand, I put it in so I can keep the line tight. So I'm holding the line as I'm going in. Now, it just drops off into this trough, like I said. And I had the line in my hand and I went deeper into it. And I felt, it's like something's... The only way I can describe it is it's like something grabbing hold of your feet and pulling you, and you can't get away from it. And that's what happened to me. And I remembered what to do. I panicked because there was no way I could swim out of it. I was in too deep, and I could feel, because the tide, I can't remember if the tide was coming in. I think the tide was coming in, and obviously the fresh water from the mountains was going out. It flows out. And I always used to fish when it was a bit murky. So it was, there being a storm the night before or something like that. So the water that was coming off the mountain was, was very heavy, and it was coming out, and the tide was coming in. So, you've got that against that, okay? And the wind as well. The wind was against the tide on the beach as well, because the fishing, you want the wind with you so you can cast out further, generally speaking. So I'm in this water and I got caught in a rip current. And I did panic, but I remembered is just to relax and just go with it. Just go with it. And I did go with it. And it took me about 80 yards from where I originally started in a matter of seconds. I'm not joking, people. And it pulls you, but then it pushes you out. It pushes you out. And I did get pushed out, and I swam back. The thing was, I was on the opposite side of, because the river's here, I'm fishing this side on the beach. Now it pulled me across, so I'm on that side, or my fishing the geese on the other side, and no one's there. That's the stupid thing as well. If you're doing things like this, you always should fish with somebody. And that's a golden rule, is, you know, you're doing stupid things like that. Well, just don't do stupid things like that. But, you know, when you go fishing in these places, always take someone with you, because you just never know, especially if you're fishing off reefs and rocks. You know, you never know, there could be, you know, like a rogue wave that crashes against and drags you in. And once you're dragged in, like I said, it doesn't matter how good of a swimmer you are, you know, you're not getting out of it. And you just got to relax. You just got to I paddled. I was just like, you know, keeping myself, but I couldn't get out of it. So I was going with it. I was going with it. And I did get out of it. Thank heavens I did get out. And I managed to survive, and I'm here now. And I would never, ever do that again. Never. I shouldn't have done it then, because I know all about them. But this Polish guy, that's probably what's happened. But I know in Surigao there are quite a lot of rip current, and you wouldn't know. You can tell. I mean, if you know what you're looking for, you can tell, because you have a clear bit where the trough is, and so either side of that you can see little waves is breaking, and you might think, yeah, it's a sandbar, which it possibly could be a sandbar, but where it's crashing and coming round only gently, and it's pulling, and it's pulling back and pushing in from the sides and pulling as well at the same time. You can't see them, you don't know that they're there, but if you know the signs to look for. Where I live here, or you know, where I did live in Galas in Dipolog City before, which is not far from here, there is the ocean there, and it's kind of like grey sand. It's nice, it's a nice place, but I've lost count, and it's a terrible thing. I've lost count of how many children have drowned there, and you've only just got to look on the internet and you'll see how many deaths or drownings in Galas, because it's just rip curls everywhere, because there are many punters there, and the punters is the edges of the rocks and all that, and then they get the you know, the rivers coming out, and it's terrible. And the mothers and that, you know, there was one particular one, which I think it was the last incident, which was a couple of months ago, and the mother was on the beach. Don't know about the father, he didn't say that, and she saw the kids playing not far out, maybe 10 or 20 meters out, but they got caught in that, and he just dragged them, and she's looking for them, couldn't find them, so she didn't think that they were in the ocean, she thought that they're on the beach. So she's looking on the beach, and the next thing she realised that they drowned a brother and a sister. I think one was 9 and one was 11 years old. Can you imagine that? That's why I never, ever, ever, ever let my son swim there. The place we go is Sawang. There are no rip currents there. There are nothing. And I'm always with him. If my son's in the water, I'm in the water. If my son's in the water and I'm not, my wife is in the water with him. And we only go that deep, you know, waist deep to my son. I just couldn't imagine that happening, you know, to my son. I just can't. I just can't. Please, people, if you're out, you know, these beaches might look beautiful and lovely, but it's not all what it seems sometimes. And it's just, if you don't know what you're looking for, you won't find them, and you'll be caught up in it. Maybe some of you have been caught up in a rip current, I don't know, but I certainly have, and I knew what it was when I went into it. It was stupid bastard that I was. Something I would never do again. Right, people, I'm going to go because my wife is walking back. In fact, I can't see her again now. But I don't know what's going to happen about this. I really don't. If I was my wife, I'd just say, right, just get rid of it. Just sell it. Sell it. There's some lovely narrow trees up there. I'd take you up there, but I'll go up there. Nah, she's right down there. There's some lovely narrow trees here. Many, many fruit trees. See, they've left all that. They've left the fruit trees here. They've just took the coconut trees. And as I said, I think there's a few. See, I didn't really look at this place properly before, because it doesn't interest me. But they've taken the mahogany trees. There's one there, and one there. That's just what I've just seen now. I will go back and I'll get a report from my wife, because she's had a good walk around. It scares me walking through because the snakes. You know, she just doesn't seem to mind where these snakes are. Anyway, people, I'm going to go now because we've got like a drive back to opinion. So I've got a couple of people coming today, later today, 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll be back by then to give us a quote on some stainless railings, only small, just where the couple of steps are up the front of the house. Putting some stainless railings there. Jesus. It's pitiful, people, when you see all this like this, really, really. But it's just everywhere. Everywhere you look, everywhere. Down the bank towards the river down there. Just everywhere. I said to Mira, you know, I mean, even if we did come here and see people cutting the trees down with a chainsaw, I'm not getting involved. I fucking cut me in half with a chainsaw. You never know. You never know. But people, listen, that's it really. This is a very quick video on here, what's happening here. I said I wasn't going to show anything, but I thought I just had to show you this just to see what people can do to you. Jealous, envy, don't know what the reason is. But there you go. And please, if you're going to go and swim in the ocean, especially with the summertime coming up here, and the Amihan, is it the Amihan coming? Yeah. Just be careful with these rip currents, people, eh? No one wants to end up like that. And the fright that you have, because like I said, it doesn't matter how good of a swimmer you are, you cannot get out of it. You can't. You can't get out of it. I can't remember the name of that swimmer, that Duncan Goodhue, wasn't it? He was a bloody good swimmer. Even if you were as good a swimmer as him, you'd never get out of it. Neither one, Sharon or someone, Sharon Davis. I can't remember her name. But anyway, people, that's it. Listen, take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And I'll see you next time. Over and out!